Live here, March 13th, 7:17 p.m. This is Hannibal from thehannibaltv.com with a lot of news for you on the various wrestling cancellations that are happening due to this officially being moved to the Performance Center, where they are going to also be tonight for SmackDown. Steve Austin was going to return on Raw, so it's going to be kind of crappy having him return with no fans in attendance. But from what I understand, he was only returning to plug his latest interview on the WWE Network anyways. It wasn't like it was supposed to be anything interesting. Devious One says, hi. Congratulations, Victor. By the way, Full Sail University has also announced that they're closed down for the immediate future due to this virus. So NXT is also going to be taped from the Performance Center until Full Sail reopens. However, unlike this week's episode where they had 250 fans who were given free tickets to watch the show in the Performance Center, the new tapings at the Performance Center are going to have 0 fans, just the wrestlers and announcers and TV crew. AEW Dynamite was supposed to be in Rochester next week. It was then moved to Jacksonville, Florida, due to the virus. However, I guess the mayor of Jacksonville recently announced that big public events are all being canceled. So that could very well be an event without a crowd too. They have also canceled the March 25th Dynamite taping from New Jersey. They rescheduled it. They're also rescheduling the St. Louis Dynamite taping that was supposed to happen on April 8th. It's now going to happen October 7th. The Milwaukee Dynamite taping, scheduled for April 1st, is now going to be held October 28th, if everything settles down by then. Hopefully it will. CM Punk, by the way, hinted on Twitter that WrestleMania could be taking place in June now. It is believed that, it's highly unlikely they're going to go forward with WrestleMania, even though they haven't announced that it's canceled yet. Most people believe it will be rescheduled rather than fully canceled. For the 10 people or so that care about the Ring of Honor shows this month, they've also been canceled. FS1 has canceled the WWE backstage tapings for the rest of the month. Bellator was supposed to have a show in front of no fans tonight. They've now gone ahead and fully canceled the events. Of course, if you're an independent wrestler, a past 80s WWE star or 90s WWE star, this is going to greatly affect your pay. Maybe not a low-level weekend warrior independent wrestler, but a higher-level one. All these cancellations definitely going to affect their pay. Independent wrestling companies like mine, it definitely has already hurt mine. I had money invested this month in things that are no longer happening. The other interesting thing for Monday's Raw, Edge did not affect WWE's ratings at all. In fact, Raw was, I believe, even lower when Edge returned. So it'll be interesting to see if Austin's return, even though he's just plugging his latest project, will have any effect on the ratings. I guess more people are going to be staying home. So maybe in theory, that's more people watching TV. Here where I live in the city of Ottawa, they just announced today that as of Monday, they're going to be closing all public recreation facilities. So that'll definitely mean that there's going to be more people at home with hockey arenas closed, gym closed, etc. for people that like to exercise and stuff. Unless, of course, you go to a private gym around here. Jerome or someone Sags is coming up with a lot of comments on here. Everything is now canceled. Victor A says. AJRX says the WWE backstage show wasn't bad, but the blonde girl and Paige were dreadful. Booker and Punk are gold. I've only ever seen clips of the backstage show, although I will say I do like Booker T, CM Punk, although I don't like the performances he gave in UFC. It made wrestlers look bad, in my opinion. I've kind of softened on him. Yeah, so we'll call it a night. There's a lot of spam in these comments. Motor Stash, one of the good commenters, says it will look bad if wrestling ratings don't go up, considering everyone's staying home. Yes, it will. And I don't even know the status. I'm supposed to be going to Arizona in a few weeks on an interview trip. If that ends up, because now they're looking at like possibly putting a border ban up, I guess I'm going to have to try and arrange Skype interviews. It sucks for me big time for this channel, but obviously it's not going to affect people watching my content. It'll just affect maybe some of the interviews that I had set up, for instance, in other countries. Nick Blue says Arizona is okay. Yeah, it is, but the problem is they might block people crossing the border, and I live in Canada. That is the issue that might come up. Yeah, David Mitchell says Punk had so much promise. I actually never thought he had any promise. Just for the record, he was overrated as a wrestler, in my opinion. He wasn't entertaining to me as a wrestler. He got a huge push. He had a lot given to him, and he whined a lot. And then he ended up quitting or something over Batista winning the Royal Rumble. So he's done well for himself in life. Good for him, but he whines too much for my taste. See you later. I'm going to pump some iron right now.